The Antichrist is here, the church is sound asleep, and the world is hit snooze as the papacy continues to inch closer and closer to enforcing the mark of the beast. And yes, the Sunday law from the Vatican is the mark of the beast. Russia has started exercises to simulate a launch of tactical nuclear weapons. The death of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi could thrust the Middle East into an all-out war. Russia says it's ready to assist Iran in Raisi crash investigation to see if there is any foul play. Vladimir Putin arrives in China for state visit as Russian troops advance in Ukraine. Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin continue to deepen their ties. Putin masses 500,000 fighters on front line of war front. Europe and Britain prepare for World War III, defying the West. Putin is set to meet Xi Jinping in China. Zelensky has come out and asked for the US's help in striking targets inside of Russia. Ukraine says it has destroyed a Russian missile ship in a Crimea strike. Russians plunged into darkness after monster drone attack from Ukraine. Exclusive interview with international court's prosecutor who seeks arrest warrants against Sinwar and Netanyahu for war crimes over October 7th in Gaza. France declares a state of emergency over riots after 4 people have died. The Antichrist of Bible prophecy, George Mario Bergoglio, is holding a press conference on aliens and the supernatural. Catholic monk comes out as trans and says the church must learn to accept their claims that God has called them. Yeah, God's called them to repent and put their faith in Jesus before you end up in hellfire. Greg and Ty Locke were appointed as apostles in a recent church ceremony. I think not. Greg Locke came out not too long ago on a rant saying that keeping the 4th commandment, the 10 commandments is still binding, but the 4th one's no longer binding. He said that keeping the 4th commandment is demonic, and then said to keep Sunday. Well, it's actually the other way around, brother. The Sunday law's coming, that's demonic, which is the mark of the beast, and not keeping the Lord's Day Saturday. Louisiana is set to become the first state requiring the 10 Commandments to be posted in schools. It's a big problem here. They're telling people that the 10 Commandments of God have been changed, and the 4th commandment is not the 7th day of the Lord, what we know today as Saturday, that was blessed and sanctified. Sunday law incoming. Pentagon says that none of the aid unloaded from the U.S. pier off the coast of Gaza has been delivered to the border of the Palestinian population, as they're still looking for safe delivery routes. Seismic storm awakens Italy's supervolcano with its strongest earthquake in 40 years. Giant meteor turns night sky blue over Spain in a rare spectacle. CDC issues an urgent warning against drinking raw milk as bird flu fears rise. Over 42 herds in 9 states have been infected. Bird flu spreads in New York as residents are told to stay alert after new 5.1N1 pandemic warning is issued. They're calling it a freak robot that was made in China. It can learn, think, and work like humans. Wells Fargo has been accused of aiding and abetting an alleged $300 million Ponzi scheme with more than 1,000 victims. And lawlessness will continue to abound. A 6-month-old baby was shot repeatedly during an Arizona standoff of his child's father. The Antichrist of Bible prophecy, George Mario Bergoglio, says that conservatives have a suicidal attitude as he continues to try to bridge the alphabet community relationships with traditional biblical marriages. They contradict each other. There's no bridging them. As famine, pestilence, and war continue to rile the globe, Mother Earth continues to experience her birth pains as the sands of time finish sing. Cursed world, they're fast running out. The prophecies in God's holy word are all nearly fulfilled as the soon return of Jesus Christ upon us.